this is Kathy with Kathy by Design. Welcome. Today I want to share with you my Create Altered Wall Hanging that I made with the DIY typography and quotes paper from Graphic 45, also Cityscapes. This is one of the largest pieces I've ever made. It measures fully 3 feet long by a foot tall and has wrought iron scroll work on the ends. What I did was I tore the DIY paper into squares, and then I just kind of decoupaged it over the surface of this previously really ugly wall hanging that I found in a thrift shop. And once I had used matte multimedium to secure all the edges, I went ahead and spritzed it with various Tattered Angels mists. And then I added stencil paste with a Tim Holtz splatter stencil, and then went back and pounced on some Decor copper metallic stamp paint, 3D stamp paint. And as you can see, I used the large alphabet tags from Graphic 45. I backed them with the blue paper from Cityscapes, and then I traced around the inside of each letter with a black marker to really make the letters pop. There was more inking and splattering, and then I took a bunch of Cityscapes paper and I cut out all these, die cut all these Heartfelt Creations flowers. I have delicate asters and vintage florets and sunflowers, and I don't even remember all the different ones that I used. I used about 4 different dyes. I think Delightful Daisies. And then I just made a whole bunch of flower layers and put them together. I love this little guy. Look, this is the really beautiful Graphic 45 Staples door pull. And I turned it into a little cup and filled it with little tiny flowers. Over here, I have the Staples door plate, the miniature one that they just came out with. Isn't it beautiful? And I tapped all the metals with vintage patina and olive. There are some more flowers. And as you can see, I layered some Cityscapes papers back behind some of the alphas. I backed them with old corrugate to give them some height and some lift. There's some more flowers and a little tag from Cityscapes. Here's another cluster of flowers. I went ahead and used this. I'm going to come up high. This is really hard to video because it's so big. But if I come up here, I hope you can see that die cut clock. That's from Gypsy Soul Laser Cuts, and I painted it with black chalkboard paint. Then I heat embossed it with Stampendous Aged Black. Then I pounced it with some of the Decor copper stamp paint. I filled some of the cavities with Art Institute Dries Clear Glue, and then sprinkled in all these beautiful little check beads. I think those are teal. The clock hands I heat embossed with aged copper and then tapped them with the vintage patina. This was a super fun piece to make. I just want you to see all the details. Here I cut out the postage stamps and postmarks from the Cityscapes paper, and then I just piled on some little chipboards, a little metal clock that I had in my stash. Oh, I love this key. This is one of the new Staples keys. Let's get a good look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? And I tapped that with the vintage patina and then filled it with beads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start down at this end. I'm just going to try to sweep right to left so you can get a really good look. This is maybe my favorite project I've ever made since forever. I had so much fun. This DIY paper is a dream to work with. It tears, it leaves beautiful edges when you tear it. Oh, around the outside I used the ribbon. Let me come down so you can see that. I used the ribbon that comes with the alpha tags, and I just glued that along the edges because I like that black border. And I'll come down here so you can see I used the Graphic 45 washi tape around the edges of my canvas. I guess I should tell you that I did paint the edges all with black chalkboard paint before I started. But that's it. This was really fun. If you haven't used the DIY paper, you should give it a try. It comes in about 6 different varieties, I think. It's super thin, so it's great for working with mixed media, layering, decoupage. And I have a before picture of this canvas on my blog, Kathy by Design, www.kathybydesign.com. And you can see it was hideous. I got it for a steal at the thrift store. Come in close so you can see the DIY papers underneath all the paint and the mist. I just love this. Almost looks like stone or marble. So it's a really fun product to work with. I hope you'll give it a try. Thanks for stopping by to see me today. That's all I have to say. Now go get your craft on.